34m, ended it with my wife, 36 female, due to repeat selfish decisions. I guess I don't really know what I want from this post. I think I'm just venting at this point, but would love some input or thought. Long post. I guess this unfortunately starts 6 years ago. My wife sat me down to discuss getting a second dog. We had a 6-week-old baby, a 16-month-old, and already a dog. I told her that while I am open to the idea, right now is not a great time as we had a lot on our plate, but I would be open to another dog later down the track when we were in a more suitable position. I suffer from anxiety and I was largely at my capacity for what my life, stress cup could contain. I came home from work the week after and we had a new dog in the house. I was beside myself. I told her to take it back. I asked how could she do this after our conversation among others. I felt so disrespected. We ended up keeping the dog and from memory I even apologized to her about how I handled the situation. Fast forward the next year, 2018. My wife wants to donate her eggs. I understand this as a grand gesture. This is a lot for our family unit to unpack, assuming the donor was successful and us having to explain to the kids that they have half-siblings. Whilst all said and done, I supported her decision and she went through with the surgery. Unfortunately, none of the eggs took and we moved on with our lives. After this, my wife brought up doing a surrogacy. I was immediately against this for family reasons again. Despite her claims, her 2 pregnancies were hard on me, with the second being exceptionally hard trying to dote on her, and be a father also. Our children were very young, and again, in my opinion, this was not a good time in our life to be considering others. At this point we had a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and 2 dogs. Moving to 2020, we moved from Australia to Canada, and my wife brought up surrogacy again. Obviously she had been wanting to do it, and I agreed that I was open to the idea and conversation, and to see how planning it looked like for us as a family. The following week, without further conversation, I was in a group chat with 2 lovely gentlemen, and my wife was to be their donor with hormone injections starting ASAP. I was shocked, confused, and felt extremely disrespected again. Whilst I understand that this is a personal desire for her, I feel like this was poorly communicated and executed with no discussion on how this would affect our relationship and family, what duties look like and what really anything looks like at any stage of this journey. I tried my absolute best to support her, which was overall not great support, but all I could muster, and she kept bulldozing her way forward. Our sex life fell to the wayside. She didn't love her body as it was constantly bruised from the 2x daily injections. Our social life fell off the wagon. But she wouldn't listen to my interjections in feeling that our relationship was playing second fiddle to this surrogacy. She tried and failed twice, and after me pleading for my wife back, she agreed that if the 3rd transfer didn't stick, she would give up. She tried the 3rd transfer and it was unsuccessful, and told me she was going for a 4th. I told her I am withdrawing any further support and I cannot participate in what small capacity I did any further. This understandably upset her, but at this stage she was 12 months on this journey and I could not rally myself to live in this environment as priority number 510 to her any longer. This decision caused a huge rift in our relationship and took us to the brink of divorce. I explained that I feel like an accessory in her life, that is forced to change my lifestyle to suit the decisions that she is making on my behalf, and I cannot cope like this any longer. Fast forward to current day, we moved back to Australia and my wife took a job with a government agency, while I have started my own business. It is a 12-month training course with 6 in the classroom, 6 on the job. She failed to mention that the current 6 months is shift work and the career moving forward is shift work, and my roster and business will have to suffer dramatically to accommodate her roster. Let alone our family schedule as she works a rotating 4-day, 4-off, 4-night roster. I told her it is nonsensical as I earn more than 3x her wage. Whilst I want her to live out her dream, I would like her to consider the family in all of these decisions she has made without us again. I broke the news to her tonight that I can absolutely no longer support this extremely toxic behavior, and will be looking to separate. She is extremely upset to the point where she is incapable of understanding where I am coming from. Sorry for the long post. I wanted to vent more than anything, and if you read this far, great. Too long did not read. I feel like my wife makes high-impact decisions with a complete disregard for our family. I feel insignificant, while I wanted to support her. I'm separating. Am I crazy? I feel like I have been portrayed as unsupportive and unfortunately labeled as controlling. Good on you, man. You need to start prioritizing yourself and your kids. She obviously refuses to. You and they deserve better than her and her bullshit conduct. I wish you and your family the best going forward. You are a saint for putting up with her nonsense. You're not crazy. Your behavior seems perfectly rational. Best wishes. Sounds like a smart decision. She made choices and didn't expect consequences despite being warned. The fact she is shocked and can't see where you are coming from shows just how self-centered she is. I'm sorry it has come to this, but you need to be with someone who is a partner, not someone who expects you to have no say in anything. I don't know if I, M45, should tell my girlfriend, F36, about the offer from my ex, F40. My ex, F40, and I, M45, have known each other for 15 years, raised 2 kids, basically grown up together. Although we grew apart and it ended a little angrily, we remained friends and try to keep the kids' best interests in mind with every decision. We've been divorced for 2.5 years, during which she moved on and has a boyfriend living with her for over a year. As for myself, I have a promising girlfriend, 36 female, of 8 months. Now my girlfriend knows my ex and I are in regular communication, mostly for the kids but also family members. On a recent trip to Costa Rica, I got my ex a coffee cup souvenir. We actually still get each other their major holiday gifts, so I didn't think this was unusual. This time my girlfriend let me know she was unhappy at that gesture and requested that I limit the gifts. To which I agreed. So just this week I saw an ad for an upcoming music festival to which I think my son would like to go. I sent the link to my ex and asked her thoughts. She loved the idea and suggested that we go halves on everything. But she added as a birthday present for me, that she will cover me going as well. Now this sounds fun and I will get to hang out with our son, but this gift is a bit more extravagant than our normal and has me in a weird place. I would love to go, but money is tight. Also, I'm not sure how my girlfriend will react to the gift from my ex. What's my move? Update. I told girlfriend last night and she was fine with it. That had me puzzled, so I asked why change of heart on gifts. She explained that it was for my birthday with my son. I guess I need to talk with my girlfriend more and see what the boundaries are on things like this. Anyways, now I'm trying to set it up. I mean, you probably shouldn't hide stuff like this from your girlfriend. There's no way that ends well. While kids are a good reason to be on good terms with an ex-wife, you need some boundaries. The way you are going, you are about to have an ex-wife and ex-girlfriend. Don't hide it from your girlfriend. That's a quick way to have an ex-GF. Be honest with your girlfriend. Is there a reason to lie? Yeah, you are way too enmeshed with your ex for my comfort. You need to be honest with your girlfriend so she knows to move on. That's your move. But I suspect you are enjoying the attention from 2 women too much to do it. You are still in a relationship with your ex. This isn't friendly co-parenting. The biggest red flag here is that you are considering hiding this from her. You know what you're doing. You're just here to have your shitty behavior validated. I, F45, lost one eye. Boyfriend, M57, of 5 years just told me he no longer finds me desirable. My partner, boyfriend, M57, of 5 years just told me, F40s, he no longer finds me attractive since my brain surgery that caused me to lose one eye. So he has gotten a mistress in her 20s for sex. I have an eye patch now and probably will for the rest of my life. But really? I'm not even sure what to do with this. I'm still recovering, so can't quite leave yet. We live together. But I'm just in shock. Besides the 10 pounds I gained and the eye patch, I look the same as I did when we started dating. I'm a former model, but I wasn't when we met. I did my best to find a man that I thought wasn't with me solely for my looks, 'cause I knew one day they would go. The irony is I stood with him through chemo. He lost his hair and then he gained 25 pounds and I still made sure he felt desirable. And managed his business while he was sick. I am mad at myself for letting this put me in a deep depression. My surgery was 2 months ago. Strangers still compliment me on my looks. I graciously say thank you and move on. So I still believe at least one man will still find me attractive with an eye patch. But I just feel awful 'cause this one person who I've shared my life with looks at me with disgust. So I cry and then I get mad at myself for crying. I keep thinking he is crazy, but that doesn't stop the tears. So I guess I'm just asking for encouragement from people who are on the other side of leaving an unappreciative partner and now with a good one. And really any encouragement. I know I'll get to the other side. But right now this stinks. He's a scumbag and I think always was. Better late than never, but now you're free. I hope you get well soon. First and foremost, I'm happy that your surgery was good and the only thing that needed to go was an eye. I think it's pretty deplorable that your boyfriend was by your side during this and was selfish enough to think of his needs only. You're way too good for him, because you were there for him and he isn't here for you. Honestly, your boyfriend showed his true colors. I think now, more than ever, you have a new lease on life. You should leave your dirtbag of a boyfriend and find someone who recognizes your worth. I also think you should celebrate yourself for your resilience and strength. You're beautiful and you made it. This guy is gross and shitty. He let you support him when he went through cancer but has betrayed you when got sick. I had to wear an eye patch temporarily and my sister is an artist and made me some gorgeous eye patches for social events, one with crystals. Try to engage in some self-care and get yourself some eye patches that make you feel good. There will still be people who find you attractive and will treat you with the kindness you deserve. He's 17 years older than you and actively cheating on you. Why the hell are you with him? You deserve so much better than this. He's 57 and you're 45. You have way more living to do than staying with this tool. He's completely selfish and lacks empathy and class. Look in the mirror and tell yourself every day that you are a warrior. Remember, this 20-year-old will get tired of his hanging ballsacks soon enough. So pack up and know the warrior that you are deserves much better. My 32 male, GF 29 female, have been having tension over body hair. How do I proceed? So for reference, I have a big beard. I love my beard and I think it makes me look great and I feel confident when it's grown out. I've only been able to grow it for the past 2 years, which is half the time I've been with my GF. My girlfriend when we first started dating used to shave and wax her body. Recently she has still been trimming but not shaving, waxing clean. She has stopped managing her body hair as much because she says it makes her feel more confident and comfortable. I obviously want to support her feeling confident and comfortable. But the problem is I'm finding it less attractive. Especially because I like giving oral and the hair in my mouth really bothers me. We've had a conversation before and she said how hurt she was from past body issues and how she felt better not shaving. But she still comments how she wants me to shave my beard. We have agreed to stop talking about it and I don't mention it anymore, but she is constantly commenting on my beard. I said I'm happy to shave my beard to her liking if she shaves her pubes to my liking, but this makes her mad and she says it's not the same because of different societal standards. To me it seems not fair. I don't know where to go from here. I love her and want to support her, but this is a big point of tension. Too long did not read. My girlfriend gets mad if I ask her to shave her pubic area but is constantly asking me to shave my beard, which I'm happy to do but she isn't. How do I proceed? You do know your beard hair likely gets in her mouth when she kisses you. Leave the beard alone, but agree to shave your genitalia as often and as closely as she does. Nobody likes your hairy balls either, ma dude. Then give one another oral as often as the other does it. Fair's fair. This honestly just sounds like a comparability issue that cannot be overcome. My ex-husband and I had a similar issue and he couldn't get over it and he left me. Looking back, I see it's one of the things we would have never resolved as neither of us was willing to budge. Hair doesn't grow on the clit, my dude. Just hold it back. She has a point about societal standards. For that reason, you need to tread carefully on the subject. Women are absolutely bombarded from childhood with the message that we have to spend hundreds of hours of our lives shaving. It's expensive, time-consuming, at times painful, and if we don't conform to this artificial state of being, then we are judged heavily for it. Your beard is a fashion choice like a haircut. Totally different. Has she said why she wants you to shave your beard?